I know y'all ain't in. I just want to let y'all know something, man. Y'all know I love you. Y'all know you're my homies. And, alright, we'll talk later. Peace.
Let me ask you this about this life we live, and let me try to swerve some of this attention you give to them distant-ass relatives over ham dinner. If they really missed you so much, why don't they just call and if you wasn't blood, would you still have love? Or in fact, does the blood make you think you have to love? Look, I probably love my family more than anybody here, but my homies are family too. Third cousins, get out of here. Who was you with when you got tattooed? And who was you tripping with when you did them mushrooms? And who the fuck threw up all over your car and then felt worse than you about the shit in the morning?
Who loaned you money, homie? Who owes you cash? Who taught you how to use a bone for the grass? I don't know much, but I gotta assume that when you hit your first net, your homies was in you.
This is the first episode of Red Juggalos Drawing. We're up here in Hamilton. I'm with my homeboy fucking Nibbles. Whoop whoop! Whoop whoop! Now we're just fucking getting ready to finish up a tattoo on my Juggalo sleeve here. We're gonna do a little band and get in while this shit's going down. Now we should have some fun getting put through some fucking pain here, so we'll see you guys later. So how long have you been tattooing?
22 years.
22 years, right?
Since I was 18. I got my first tattoo when I was 18 on my 18th, a week or so after my 18th birthday.
Yeah.
And that night, the same night, the nuke. Okay, I'm confused. That guy makes no sense. What the hell do you mean by the nuke? But I got my first tattoo, and the guy used homemade gear.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at his gun thinking, so I did. He didn't, it was a, I'll show you later, it's a skull and mohawk gun on my arm. A single needle, 4.5 hours color.
No way.
Hurt, oh man, it hurt. He hit me with the needle. And I was sort of like, it hurts a lot more than I thought it was going to. I was 18, so and that night, the same night, the nuke. Okay, I'm confused. That guy makes no sense. What the hell do you mean by the nuke? But I got my first tattoo, and the guy used homemade gear.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at his gun thinking, so I did. He didn't, it was a, I'll show you later, it's a skull and mohawk gun on my arm. A single needle, 4.5 hours color.
No way.
Hurt, oh man, it hurt. He hit me with the needle. And I was sort of like, it hurts a lot more than I thought it was going to. I was 18, so I was drinking Long Island iced tea. I just grabbed the bottle and started. I was out on my back porch, and the Kes was on today. Yeah, and I remember that night I went and showed my parents. I thought, screw it. No, they're gonna see it eventually, and then I'm gonna get in shit for hiding it from them.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, no. I walked into the living room. I was like, hey mom, hey dad, listen. I did something today, and I want to show you, so I don't ever get accused of hiding it from you. And they're like, what? And I just rolled up my sleeve, and my mom kind of cried. And my dad looked at me and called me an asshole. You're an asshole. Sorry, Liam. And then he fucked off the floor. And he came home one time, and he had a tattoo. But I remember trying to scratch it off. I'm a tattooist at this point, so I looked at him and I'm like, hey, asshole. Couldn't say nothing. I know, I'm sorry, Liam. It was funny. The only time I ever got away with calling my dad. How old were you for your first tattoo?
Fucking 20 something, man. Probably 25. So too long at all. These shitty ones here that were on my arms that hope and faith don't get covered up. Yeah, those are my first few tattoos.
Yeah, kidding. What trick?
Is it?
Yep.
Right on. Don't tip it over till after. Like, you might as well keep building it bigger, because we're going to be here for a little bit. Keep that in mind, I'm not stopping right now.
Oh, I know, man, I know.
Because
I
was sitting
fucking
next
smoked it.
to
My first time ever
the
smoked
girl. I
it.
felt like I
Right?
was making fun of her.
So friggin', I bought
Yeah, it
this
was
little
really
wooden
like
bowl,
creepy. And the
like a
girl
little
that I
wooden
was sitting
pipe,
next to, I was, you know,
by myself, yeah. And then
I was like right leaning up against her.
I'm
Probably
probably 20 X or something.
Apparently I was.
So it wasn't extremely
So it's
tough.
like
My first
so
time,
whenever
right?
she
Maybe
moved back,
40, I don't
like,
know.
with her in
So
there.
they all taught me how
And
to
then
smoke it, basically, put it in,
shortly after
make as
that,
big a hole as you can,
because
hold
I
it in,
took a couple
right?
to try to get it because I
and
didn't do
then
anything.
blow it out, basically smoking
And,
crack, right?
So
Same
I walked
idea.
over to
Really?
Really?
and then walked back
So,
to the couch.
we're sitting on the
We
couch,
walked
and I'm
back
like,
to the
alright,
couch, it felt
so
like
I
he
do
had
it.
attached a string to
A
me.
big fucking
And
puff,
every time he
hold it,
moved,
right?
something was
Blow it out.
pulling on me. The string was
Nothing.
pulling on me like I was a puppet.
I'm like,
Oh my
Right?
God.
And I was like, whoa!
I'm holding it,
Stop
I'm holding it.
yelling at him.
Blow it out. And everything just kind of went all funny
And
and
then we're all
stuff, right?
laughing because they're like, what the hell's going
Yeah,
on?
and then
here?
fucking everything kind of tunnel vision, right? And I went to get up like
And
this,
then they stopped and I told
and
them
everything
afterwards
was
and they're
tilted to the side, right? In like a hallway. And the computer was down in the corner like that. And fucking 10 miles away, you know what I mean, right? And I'm like trying to walk and I'm like this and stuff, right? And then I end up sitting back down. And I guess they were all laughing at me, but I guess I thought they were pissed because I was high and they weren't or something, right? And I was all getting emotional because they were all pissed at me. Yeah, like they apparently were just laughing at me
Oh,
and
that shit,
shit.
you go to an alternate reality.
You do, man. It's crazy.
I don't know why that stuff's legal.
It shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't
And
be.
then I was like
Yeah,
coming off of
literally
it.
out of body experiences.
But I was coming off of
I
it.
thought the TV told me I smoked myself retarded. No word of a lie.
I tried to
TV
talk.
told me
I thought because they were saying I was fucked up or whatever, and I tried this. I thought I said I feel fine, but apparently all I said was feel, and I tipped the pipe upside down on the couch. Yeah, right. And that's the thing. Like they use that stuff to like do spiritual stuff for like natives and
I
stuff
read a
like
thing
that,
on
right?
it too, and it was saying like if you got any type of mental issues, don't smoke it because you may go on this trip and never come out of it.
No.
Like they say straight up, if you're like got any type of like extra personality, like if you're mentally not there, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because it's, you're right, they use it for vision quests and
And you get really like mood swingy at the end. 'Cause it was when I was starting to come off. That's when I was thought they were mad at me, and I was like, "What are you pissed at me for?
It's like,
Why
oh
are
my
you
God.
mad? Like you know,
First
like
time-
fuck." I
first
mean, I got
time
really
smoked
defensive
it,
and stuff, right?
my buddy Adam comes over.
Terminated my approval. He's loved you from the very beginning.
Salvia.
And I
What's it like? He says, it's kind of like
get out of
mushrooms.
the way and let the two of you go.
Okay, mushrooms.
20 times stronger,
So
man.
like, kind of like mushrooms. Yeah, it makes you giddy. Okay. I got my
boundaries.
packs of bowl. I'm like, it was 80 times.
I don't love
I'm like, how much did you pay for
them,
this?
but I can do
80
them.
bucks a gram. I'm like, what? He's yep. I'm like, dude, but you need you could buy
Yeah.
that. Literally, he's like, he's saving me this bowl out of the gram he bought. So I sat there. One hit, one big hit. Like it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you can get in this.
I got a whole hit. No, no, so I didn't get the bomb. I took the bomb from my history because it was glasses.
Yeah.
I knew that.
You have to have somebody sober with you,
Yeah,
right?
so I'm
It
sitting
can't
there
be
in my
all stuff.
washer, and it was just sort of like, I got this sort of, you know, like when you do it out nitrous or something, you get that little sort of warm face, and it's sort of like a,
Are you gonna keep me away?
Yeah.
I thought, 80 bucks for that?
Be present.
And then all of a sudden I felt myself melt.
Thanks.
And I kind of laid my head onto my tub, and I literally felt like I was a hot
Clarinet
knife.
recital and sucking.
The tub was butter. I went, I think I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Apparently I was laying on the tub. But it felt like I was laying on the ground. It was just like, whoa. I'm trying to say, Adam, what did you just give me? That's what I heard me say.
Yeah, I heard what I say, but that's not what came out of my lips.
What came out, and I heard what I said. I heard, I thought, oh my God, I can't talk.
Yeah.
Now I'm really panicking.
Yeah.
Like my heart's
Because you're not expecting
Not
that.
at all.
right?
He told me it's like mushrooms. This is nothing like mushrooms.
Yeah, I heard
just
it was
smelled
like
it in my
acid.
tub. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, I heard it was like acid, right?
My kids were home, man. No word of a lie. My kids were in the, like, I would have, if I had known, I would have never done, like, I mean, I'm thinking, what
was it you did?
Salvia. It's perfectly legal to go buy this shit. You can go down to the store.
Have you ever done peyote?
No, I've done derivatives of peyote, yes. And that shit.
Woohoo, that's true.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, I do.
So
Have
I'm
you
like,
had some fun?
I'm panicking.
Wow.
I can see the panic in my eyes, I guess, because I'm just looking at it.
Fun.
Yeah, my
Man, but it was all stuff they do in the...
What is going on? Oh my god. Like, I've never experienced this before.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
There's not many drugs.
Salvia is not like anything you
No.
compare to at all.
He comes up and he kind of put his hand on my shoulder and he whispered in my ear, and he said, "Go with it. And I thought about that. I just,
Go with it.
and that's exactly what he said. Go with it. It hurts. If you fight it, there's nothing worse than fighting the salvia bugs, man. Just relax, let it do its thing, because you're just.
Go on your little mission and
I see
fucking
myself. It was like I was an onion. I was like laying there. And I'd sit up and I felt like I was layers going.
Well, with mine, I seem like an aura.
I felt like an onion, man.
When I looked at you, I seen you, but then I seen like a ring of red around there, and a ring of blue, like yellow and stuff, like a TV. You know how like a 3D.
Yeah.
Without the glasses on,
Yeah,
right?
shit's mad.
That's what I seen when I looked at everything. It was like everything's aura and shit, man. It was just crazy, yeah.
With the lights on, it was like, okay, and then it was going to this weird dark world. And I'm in this dark world, I'm sitting on the bed, watching TV, and the TV listener goes, "You done did it." And I'm like,
The TV's talking to me, oh no!
"Done smoked yourself retarded." Because I'm panicking at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking, oh my god. Because I've already read all this shit about the psychosis and how, you know, I know the risks now, and I'm thinking, oh my god, did I? Is this real? Is the light world real?
No, my nose go. I have to just kind
And
of
in the
move a
light,
little
I'm
bit.
like, and I would sit up and I'd feel like an onion.
This is like, usually I do it. This was the need in his back.
And I was just like,
Oh, mine's good.
I was like, "Hey, you want to smoke something?" No. That stuff's
My-
I remember the first time I watched Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I was on acid. I must have watched that movie like 4 times.
Yeah.
And I honestly laughed right from the beginning to the end of the movie, all 4 times. Like my stomach was hurting from laughing and stuff, man. And then I watched it when I was like sober, just smoking weed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't funny at all. It was
I love
really
that movie, man.
shitty.
So,
It didn't make any sense, but when I was tripping, everything made sense. It was all perfect.
Let me ask you this about this life we live, and let me try to swerve some of this attention you give to them distant ass relatives over ham dinner. If they really missed you so much, why don't they just call and if you wasn't blood, would you still have love? Or in fact, does the blood make you think you have to love? Look, I probably love my family more than anybody here, but my homies are family too. Third cousins, get out of here. Who was you with when you got tattooed? And who was you tripping with when you did them mushrooms? And who the fuck threw up all over your car and then felt worse than you about the shit in the morning?
Who loans you money, homie? Who owes you cash? Who taught you how to use the barn for the